This is Donna Anderson, author of lovefraud.com, and today I'm with Mandy Friedman. Mandy is a licensed professional counselor in Ohio, and she's going to be presenting a wonderful webinar for us called Tools for Navigating Narcissists and Other Manipulative People. So thank you, Mandy. I'm so looking forward to this webinar.
I'm really looking forward to it too. This will be my fourth one with
All
Love
right.
now.
Yes,
So.
this is true. Okay. So how do narcissists and other manipulators select their targets?
Well, you know, a lot of times targets believe that the reason they were chosen is because they're weak, gullible, that they care too much, and they really beat themselves up over those sorts of things like, gosh, you know, why wasn't I smarter? Why didn't I see through that? Why couldn't I get the courage together? I must be a coward. And we really like to attribute all these negative things and think that that's why we were chosen, when it's actually the opposite. Because think about this. This person knows what they're about to do to you, and they know that it's going to take a lot of energy and resilience for you to endure over the long course of time. So toxic and exploitative personalities seek individuals who will allow them to play out their parasitic and manipulative lifestyle. They're drawn to people who will enable them and accept the unacceptable. Abusers often have a cover or a facade that they manufacture in order to appear like a good person, even. So they trick us into thinking that they're someone that they're not. But we're very forgiving by nature. We're very strong. We have a very strong character and moral compass, and we believe in unconditional love. And so those are the types of people they're going to choose, because they know that we're always going to see the best in them, and we're going to give them, you know, so many chances over and over again, as I'm sure you've experienced. So just know that we're not chosen because we're weak. We're chosen because we're strong.
Wow, that's so true. So in this webinar, you're going to be talking about the spectrum of abusive personalities. And what do you mean by that?
Well, I found that there are many different types of abusive personalities that range from things, for example, toxic states, and then we have abusive traits. So someone might be in a toxic state, which is changeable, and they might be manipulative and abusive because perhaps they've been neurobiologically hijacked by a substance, and so now they're in addictive cycles, and that makes the brain behave in very similar ways to those that have cluster B personality types. Someone might get sober. Let's say someone is, you know, while they're using or drinking, they're doing illegal things, they're taking risky behavior, they're manipulating, they're lying, and then they get sober and they do none of those things. Now picture someone else who is using or drinking, and they do all that stuff. He's stealing from grandma, you know, just the worst. And then they get sober and they're still stealing from grandma, because this is a trait, not a state. So there's a spectrum of everything in between, from toxic to full-on psychopathic. And so in this webinar, I'm going to go through that spectrum with you so that you can see that there's more than one personality here at play. And for some of you who might sit and go, well, I think they might be, but they don't have this, this, and this. Well, that doesn't matter necessarily, because it's a spectrum, and we really are talking about strong features and which ones rise to the surface and whether they're damaging or not.
Wow. So how will your webinar help people who have no choice but to deal with manipulators?
Right. Well, tools for navigation is exactly what I'm going to give you. These are strategies and techniques that you can use right now. It's easy for you to understand. It's very practical. I give you sort of metaphors and things that you can visualize that will be helpful. And what this will do for you is it will help you protect yourself emotionally, but it will also help you achieve your interpersonal goals. Because a lot of times we go into these interactions, we're trying to achieve something, but we get derailed because we've been traumatized by them. They make us nervous. and then we become all mealy mouth and can't get the words out. And the next thing you know, it didn't go right. So what I'm going to help you do is I'm going to help you get ready for that moment, navigate the moment, and then even process afterwards so that we can put those things to bed and step away and go, I think I might have achieved my goal there. And sometimes the goal is don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I am so looking forward to this. I know that so many people struggle with these situations in which they have someone that they have to deal with. Maybe they have kids, maybe they work together, maybe it's a family member, and they don't have the luxury of no contact. No contact is best, but it's not always possible. So we're looking forward to this, Mandy, and thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to it too. I'll see you then.
Okay.